let's take a look at what is in my rope bag for this year. To start out with, let's start with the rope bag itself. This is the classic equine. I think it's got like 2 or 3 bays in the front and then 1 bay in the back. It's a really nice, really handy bag, but I do need to get a bigger one because I'm starting to get too many ropes in here, and I'd rather just have one big bag versus a couple smaller ones. But anyhow, I really like this bag. It's got, let's see, it's got a front pouch here, and then it's got a few little zippers, which I never use, but I would assume that that is for, like, you know, your valuables and your phone and stuff like that. I've never even used it. I think there's probably just dirt in there right now. But let's start at the front and kind of work our way backwards, and then I'll show you what's in the actual bag itself as far as ropes go. All right, start out with, these are the Cactus rope gloves that I use the most. I really like them, just the texture and the feel of them. These are the NRS Right for roping gloves. These are also really good, and they have the they have like the little material right here that you can use for your phone, which they actually work really well. These gloves actually work a lot better than a lot of the other ones that I've used as far as the kind of tactile portion where you can actually use it on your phone. These work really well, and they're not so slick. Sometimes these gloves are slick. These are not as slick as a lot of the others that I've used. Moving on. 2 tennis balls. Now you might be asking yourself, Barrett, why in the world do you have 2 tennis balls in your rope bag? And the reason is, before a roping, I like to throw these tennis balls up in the air against something like the trailer and just get my reaction times ready to go and kind of get the synapses firing, if you will. I did that when I played ball in high school and college, baseball in high school and college, and I've just kind of done it ever since. You just take these 2 balls and just pitch them against the trailer, and it really kind of gets you going and get your reaction time started. That is everything that I have in the front of this bag. Now, let's get it flipped around and we'll move to the back. First and foremost, I have new rubbers, just kind of extra replacement rubbers. These aren't the inner tubes. These are actually the ones that I have from NRS, and they're good in a pinch. I do like the inner tubes a little bit better, but these will definitely work. So I've got a handful of those. Here's some more of them. Number 2. You gotta have a Koozie. Everybody needs a Koozie in their bag. An extra hoof pick, because you never know when you're gonna need one, and I don't wanna walk to the trailer every single time I need a hoof pick. Got an extra brush, and this is really just kind of a face brush. I don't really know why I have that in there. I guess I could just pitch that in the trailer, but it's in here. And then I've got some rope powder, and I don't use a ton of this stuff, to be honest with you, but every once in a while, like if it's real sticky out, I'll just kind of sprinkle this all over these ropes in the bag, and that kind of helps out a little bit. But I think I've had this for, like, I don't know, man. I've had it for a while, and there's still plenty in it, so you can obviously tell that I don't use it that much. Let me clean this up real quick. Alright, I had to move around a little bit because the lighting was not so good over there. Alright, let's get this party started. So the very first ropes that I'll pull out, these are the Cactus Thrilla. They're in an extra soft. Virtually everything that I have in this bag is an extra soft. It's what I love to rope with. So these are the Thrilla by Cactus. Moving on, this is the Helix by Lone Star. This has actually become one of my favorite ropes to use. It's just a really solid rope. It's really nice and balanced. I absolutely love it. I'm probably gonna start using this a little bit more. This during the summer is gonna be one of my top ropes. It'll probably be this one and then the C4 by Cactus. But I think I only have one of those. Nope, I lied. Got 2. I have 2 that I haven't even taken out of the zip ties, but I'm going to do that here shortly. Pretty interesting because you can kind of see the color differential when they get a little bit dirty. I like this color. It's really easy to see, but when it gets a little dirty, can't see it as well. Next up are 2 of the C4s by Cactus. If you've watched this channel long enough, you know that this is one of my absolutely favorite ropes, also in an extra soft, but this rope is one of my go-tos, especially during the summer. 2 of those. I don't think I have any more. Nope, just 2 of them. This is the Peacemaker by Cactus. I only have one of these because, to be honest with you, they're not my favorite. Not a bad rope by any means, just not one of my favorites. When you have the C4 and the Helix and the Thrilla in the bag, this is probably more just like a dummy rope or just a practice rope. Second to final rope is the Thunderbird. I don't really remember who makes this. I think it might be Lone Star. Good solid rope. I really like it. I don't use it as often. That's just because I haven't had a lot of experience with it, but decent solid rope. Also in an extra soft. I probably won't use this as much just because, you know, I love the C4 and the Helix, so this one will be probably just another dummy rope and a practice rope. Now we're gonna get to the only Cactus rope in my entire bag, and I haven't used it yet. This is the Cactus Ranch rope. I don't know if it's gonna show that. This is the Cactus Ranch rope, also in an extra soft. This is a 35-foot extra soft 4-strand nylon rope. This is a ranch rope. I've heard a lot of good things about this ranch rope and a bunch of the ranch ropes kind of out there on the market. I have never used a ranch rope. Anytime I've ever done anything, I've just taken an old head rope and made it do. So I'm excited to break this one out and start working some cattle on it and see how it holds up. It's supposed to have some really good durability and some longevity, so we'll see with this. So I am pretty particular about how I put my ropes in my bag. The back section I like to have just for the kind of practice ropes and, hey, hairbrush. I like the back section just to be kind of for practice ropes and stuff that I don't really care about. It's got these vents in it, and so I don't really put my good ropes in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the practice ropes in first. The first one being the Thunderbird. Now, I coil them up about the same size as when they come in the ties, and I just try to put it in there as neatly as I can, just that way everything is nice and even. Okay, there's the first one. Second one being the Peacemaker. And if you think about your ropes as tools, and you take care of these tools, they should last you quite a long time. So I like to, even on these ropes that I'm not a massive fan on, I do like to take care of them, and that'll help with longevity. And when ropes are as expensive as they are, you definitely want to take care of them and get the most bang for your buck out of them. These are new. This Helix is getting a little older. I wouldn't use this in a big rope, and I would use this at a jackpot, so I'm going to go ahead and stick it in the back of this bag as well. Alright, trying to make sure that everything is as even as possible. We stick that in there, and I stick all of the Hondas going the same way, in the same direction. So I'm going to zip this, but don't need grass in there, huh? Alright, we're going to zip that up. Done with that. Now, going into this middle, or this front section I should say, it's got a bunch of different pockets. Now, I like to put the ropes that I use the most kind of in the front, so I'm going to put this ranch rope in the back since I don't use that as often. I'm going to stick that in there. And then if I can, I like to have the same ropes in the same little section. So next we'll put the Helix. Hello. Put the Helix in the next section. And just like everything else, we put the eyes the same way, and we like to have them kind of standing up. Now I will put the 2 C4s in here, put them in this next section, And then with these older Thrillas, I'm not going to use them as much. I will probably be roping the dummy on these more than anything. So these are not going to go in the bag. These are actually just going to go down by the dummy, and that way I have ropes to rope the dummy with and practice with. So hope you guys have enjoyed this what is in my rope bag edition. If you have any comments, put them down below. If you want to see more roping videos, more horse videos, make sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.